Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Scot Week. I am thrilled to introduce you to Kim Cameron, who I met in New York City during Tartan Week just recently. And she has an exciting company called Gin Bothy. And I want her to tell you all about it. But Kim, welcome. And thank you so much for joining us here today.
No, so glad to be speaking to you all. We're on a tour at the moment of Texas, actually. So we're still in the States. So delighted to be able to chat through our Gin Bothy story.
Well, I thank you for making the time. I know your schedule is very hectic, but I was intrigued with your company when I met you in New York and with yourself as well. So please tell us a little bit about where you come from in Scotland, because all of our viewers here in the United States are very into Scotland and all things historical or cultural. And they always want to know, okay, where are you from? And tell us about your Scottish experience growing up, and then tell us about your company.
So the Gin Bothy is based in the northeast of Scotland. I don't know if any of you have been, but we are nestled in a village called Glamis in Angus. It's about an hour and a half north of Glasgow and Edinburgh, and it's famous for the Glamis Castle is the home of the Queen Mother. It's a beautiful part of Scotland. And so we're about half an hour from the coast, and we're about half an hour from the Cairngorm Mountains. The nearest town to us would be Kirriemuir, which is famous for Peter Pan. Bon Scott from AC/DC was born there, and now gin. So it's an agricultural part of Scotland. It's called the Vale of Strathmore. We grow great potatoes. We breed Aberdeen Angus cattle there because we're in Angus, and huge berry fields. So raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, sloes. And I guess that's where I take my inspiration really from. I started Gin Bothy about 8 years ago now, and I get called an accidental gin maker because I didn't ever start thinking I was going to distill gin. I had a coffee shop in the Glens in Glenisla, and one of the things that I produced a lot of was jam, because we used the seasonal fruit calendar of Scotland to create our strawberry, raspberry, blueberry jams and honeys. And I was making so much jam that I entered a jam into the World Championship. And now there is such a thing in Scotland, and it was back in 2013. And I won a category called Merry Berry Jam, which was raspberry and gin jam. And one of the byproducts of making lots of jam was that I had fruit and juice left over. And my mum said, well, why don't you add it to gin? Because that's what we used to do. So armed with a 20 demi-johns, I started infusing gin using our seasonal fruit calendar. And gradually then added a still and started distilling. And we're now one of the smallest producers in Scotland, but the most award-winning great taste producer. So I produce a range of spirits infused with the landscape around us, I guess. So I use juniper, heather, Scots pine, milk thistle, rosemary, 100% natural and sugar-free in our spirits. And then our fruit liqueurs. So the Gin Bothy family has grown. We now have a visitor experience. So if any of you guys are ever over in Angus, you'd be more than welcome. And it's in the village of Glamis. So the castle is the kind of main part of the village, and the Gin Bothy is just in the side. So yeah, you'd be more than welcome if you're ever here.
Oh my goodness. Well, I will be there in August, and I'm really keen to come by and maybe do a little bit of filming while I'm there, just to show our viewers what it looks like. What a beautiful part of Scotland that this setting comes from in Glamis. Oh my goodness. And that you get to live there and create gin. What more could you want in life, right? I mean, this is just outstanding. So tell me a little bit about, I'm on your website just now, and just to let the viewers know, I will be giving all of the links and descriptions along with this segment so that people can click and actually purchase some of your gin and try it if they can, and visit your website. Tell us a little bit more about the different types of liqueurs that you are also making.
So within our spirit family, we do 4 spirits, and they're all inspired by our landscape. So our original, our Gunshot gin, our Speycast for the rivers, our Stirrup cup, which is for golf and equestrian. And then the fruit liqueurs really follow the seasonal calendar. So at the moment we're growing rhubarb and raspberry in Scotland, and then we'll move into strawberry. Then we move blueberry and then slowberry. So right throughout the year, I produce a different gin every month. They're small batch, they're hand bottled, hand poured. And yeah, they follow the seasonal calendar. So whenever there's a new fruit or there's something interesting that I think I can create, a bit like a chef, I guess I'm a chef of spirits.
What a wonderful way to put it. I can't wait to personally try the Gunshot. I'm intrigued that this is infused with the cinnamon, cloves, and other mixed spices. Do you happen to have a favorite?
Well, in the warm states. So for example, here in Texas, they've loved the Gunshot because they're going to take it camping, they're having it on holidays. I think if you want a savoury gin, just a classic clean gin and tonic, it would have to be the original. It's sugar-free, it's really crisp and refreshing. So certainly where your viewers are, I guess it would definitely be the original. But you know, a little cheeky raspberry with a Prosecco or a champagne just starts the day. So
oh my goodness, I wish I had some of that right now. I'm just starting my day here. How very fun. So we need the raspberry. I need one of each. I feel like we should come back on together over the year. You know, we do a show with Scott Week called Whiskey Wednesday, but it's not just whiskey. It's other spirits as well, most especially gin, because we find that most of the distillers also make gin because gin is pretty quick to produce, whereas Scotch takes at least 3 years in one day to distill, so or to be held in the cask before they can actually bottle it. So I'm intrigued to have you on and go through each of your different gins and do a tasting so our viewers can try to imagine as we're tasting it, what it might be like and what they should order according to their own tastes and palates.
Yeah, definitely. We can do a live Zoom. And I know you can't see me behind me, but this is the Bothy here in Glamis. So I also sing little Bothy songs. So I'm happy to sing a little song and transport back to Scotland with our spirit, but also the songs of the east coast of Scotland. So yeah, happy to share that.
Oh, not to put you on the spot, but feel free.
Well, I get a lot of people in the States have asked, you know, what is a bothy? And a bothy is a little home in the hills. In the Highlands, it's where you go for shelter if you need to get off the mountain, and they're free and open for people to stay in. But in the farmlands where we are, it's where single men lived before they were married. And in the east coast of Scotland, whether you be in the glens or on the coast, it's a place of stories and songs. And we have bothy songs. So the songs kind of tell stories. And when I started, I just take it for granted. We live in a beautiful part of the world, and I've been brought up singing bothy songs. So after a tasting, we started to do a toast, which just a kind of slange toast. And I sang the bothy song. So now it's become part of something that I do. And over Tartan Week in New York, I finished each of the Visit Scotland events with the bothy song. So yeah, I'm happy to sing it if you've got time.
Oh, absolutely. It would be a great joy to hear you sing a bothy song. If you don't mind, that would be wonderful.
Yeah. It goes like this. Knew the bothies I always cheery with the stories of the day. Oh, work and love and laughter and the lassies' teasing ways. But at night when I was quiet and just a crackling o' the peat, and the songs o' long ago and stories o' the past. For the bothy offers comfort I despite its draughty door, and I know that in the future I'll miss its flag-stained flare. For nae matter far we wander, and nae matter far we roam, it's the bothy days we long for, those days o' long ago. And whether Highland, moorland, lowland, aye the bothy's always there. It offers us same comfort when the weather's nae sae fair. One room, one bed, and a kettle swing, and a kiss and a book o' dreams, and songs o' long ago, and stories o' the past. So let's raise a toast to the bothy lads, and their life in the days o' old. Whether poteen, gin or whiskey, it's a life we aye behold. For nae matter far you wander, and nae matter far you go, it's the bothy days we long for, those days o' long ago. Slanjava.
Slanjava, that's absolutely beautiful. What a beautiful voice you have. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. You know, and it just gives me a little bit of chills just looking through your website and reading some of what the beautiful words that you've written, and you can just really feel the passion you have for your gin, but also for Glams, for where you come from and your culture and your heritage. And it's such a beautiful thing to see and to hear your voice. And I think everyone should go to your website, Gin Bothy, and just have a look around and see the beautiful pictures that you're going to see of Scotland here, and read some of the beautiful words that Kim has included there. For the bothy offers comfort aye, despite its draughty door. And I know that in the future I'll miss its flagstone floor. For no matter where you wander and no matter where you roam, it's the bothy days we long for, and those days of long ago. Without my Scottish accent, I hope I did it justice, but it's just beautiful and very inspiring. And so please have a look around Kim's website, order some gin, and then come with us in August when we come on a tour of the Bothy, and we meet with Kim again in person. It was such a great pleasure to meet you in New York City. And we hope to be able to check back in with you from time to time and promote you here in the States through all the Highland games and all the people that enjoy all things Scottish.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. And you can actually buy, we've just launched with Total Wines, so 27 states in the US. So you can actually buy the original in the Gunshot now, fingers crossed, in a Total Wine store near you. So you don't even have to order it online.
Wonderful. Well, I'll go today, and if I can find it, I'll do some filming and add it to this very inspiring interview, so people can see I do have 2 Total Wines in proximity of myself. So I'm going to go check it out, get some, and maybe we can do a tasting together very soon.
Oh, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day, everyone.
Kim, thank you for taking the time to be with us. I know you have quite the hectic schedule here in the States. We're so honored and pleased to have you on Scott Week with us today.